Hello students, the question is two rings of mass m and 2m. You can see this is the first ring, this is the second ring, are connected with a massless spring. This is the spring, and can slip over two frictionless parallel horizontal rails. You can see the rails having separation equal to the unstretched length of the spring as shown in the figure. Ring of mass m, that is this one, is given a velocity v0 towards right as shown in the figure. You are asked to find the maximum length by which the spring will be stretched. Correct? Okay. Let's draw the diagram here. This is one rail and this is the other rail. No friction is present. This is the first ring of mass m, which is given a velocity v0 towards right, and it is connected to another ring of mass 2m by massless ideal spring having force constant k, and this is the natural or unstretched length of the spring. Okay, now look carefully. If this mass m is given a velocity v0 towards right, after some time m will reach here and the spring looks like this. Therefore the spring will be stretched by some amount, hence a force will act on this lower ring 2m in that direction, right? This force will have two components like this. Now for this component, this 2m mass should move, right or wrong? For this component, this 2m mass should move. Therefore I can say when this small m mass moves towards right, the spring gets elongated and this 2m mass will also start moving towards right with some velocity. And with time I can say the velocity of this 2m mass should also increase, and at a particular moment the velocity of these two masses will be equal. Okay, and I can say when the velocity of these two masses will become equal, the situation should look like this. M mass moving with velocity say v is the common velocity, and this is 2m mass moving with same velocity v. Okay, and I can say when the two masses move with same velocity v, then the elongation in the spring should be maximum. Now many can ask why. The basic reason is, suppose if velocity of mass m is greater than velocity of mass 2m, then after some time this m mass will move a greater distance than this 2m mass. Therefore the length of the spring will get more elongated, right? Length of the string will increase. So I can say that moment the elongation of the spring will not be maximum. Similarly, if velocity of 2m mass is more than velocity of mass m, the elongation of the spring will be reduced, right? So I want maximum elongation in the spring. Therefore in that condition the velocity of the two masses should be equal. Now from principle of COLM, that is conservation of linear momentum, I can say initial momentum was mv naught and final momentum, both are moving with same velocity v, so v equals to v naught over 3. Clear? Now from principle of conservation of mechanical energy, I can write the increase in potential energy of the spring should be equal to decrease in kinetic energy of the two masses. Now initially the spring is unstretched, so its potential energy was 0, and its final potential energy would be half k x square, where x is the maximum elongation in the spring. So increase in potential energy of the spring is half k x square minus 0, and coming about decrease in kinetic energy, the final initial kinetic energy was half m v naught square, and final kinetic energy is half into total mass 3m moving with same velocity v, so v square. Correct? So half kx square equals to half m v naught square minus half 3m v is equal to v naught by 3, see, so this is v naught square by 9, therefore I get half m v naught square into 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3. Therefore x is, or x square is 2 by 3 m v naught square by k, so x will be root over of 2 by 3 m by k into v naught. Let's see the options. 2m by root over 2m by 3k into v naught. Now this is the correct option. Option C is correct. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel Phi Solver.